Godspeed, you're a gay
Bro,
man now.
Godspeed, I didn't know you were a faggot, bro. What?
You
That's
guys are so
crazy.
retarded. I swear to God.
Oof, God, you into that stuff. Boy,
I didn't
I,
say a word. What are you guys
I
talking
didn't know
about?
you were into 12-year-old kids.
What are you talking about, bro?
Oh, come on. You got out trying to expose Godspeed. Come
I
Not
on.
didn't
really.
Alright.
say
This
a
is mainly
Cool
word.
just.
Geek and Godspeed debate. Let's do this.
No, but what do you're
Oh
confident
yeah, go ahead,
with
do
Jubito?
a debate.
I'll probably use Jubito, yeah.
What form of Jubito?
Meanwhile, I'm like waiting for
Oh my
Cyber so I can actually
gosh.
like recording
Wait,
live.
okay, wait, hold up.
What
Let me see.
stage?
Stabilize Jubito.
Like when he fought Naruto?
Yeah, when he fought that, like, Susanoo QB thing.
Mm, you're gonna have the sword of Ninaboku. Equal stats or no?
Yeah, equal stats, equal hacks.
Yeah. Equal hacks, ew. But spoopy head ass. Mm,
Fuck equal that shit, bro. Just do a debate. Fuck.
I mean, I'll just use
Yeah,
facts
do it
against him.
raw!
Actually, yeah, he doesn't have limbo or anything disgusting like
Jesus
that.
Christ. Oh my God. Okay.
Green Lantern's fine, I guess.
Cool
If
Geek,
you
stop
guys
trying to,
do,
or I said Cool Geek, Godspeed, stop trying to do a fucking death battle analysis and just debate him.
Okay, I literally already said yes, Tyler.
okay, do
Oh,
Flash versus
before I
Hagoromo.
bring freaking
GG.
Cyber
Okay,
in
what's
here,
up, bro?
God.
Okay, do Flash versus Hagoromo. Okay, do Flash versus Hagoromo. That's it. Okay, no equal
What are you
sets.
talking about?
Yo, equal. It's like a
No, Green
fraud.
Lantern versus Jubito. Okay, I guess.
Green Lantern versus Jubito. What does Jubito have?
Shut
I don't know.
up! Just let him debate it!
I don't know.
Fuck,
Go.
man.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
You can start first, I guess.
Alright. Alright, alright, let me see. Okay, so what will Green Lantern do against, truth-seeking orbs? You
What do
know,
you
it's,
mean, what will it do to them?
what, like, does he have, like, resistance to the truth-seeking orbs, which would be, which have, beyond molecular level, you know, like, damage?
So it's gonna attack his molecules?
Yes.
Green Lantern will just make a shield.
Okay.
That nigga does not give a shit about
Alright,
your truth-seeking orbs.
alright, can you, like, drop scans for that?
Okay.
It's been, like, ages since I debated with Jubito. Hey, Godspeed, you like mustard? I'm back. Alright.
There we go. Finally. God, it took me like 7 tries just to upload it to photos.
All right, can you
Literally-
prove that he made that shield?
It's coming out of his ring. God damn.
Can you provide a different angle? Doesn't look like it's coming out of his ring.
Oh my god. Okay.
What the fuck?
Hey, wait, Godspeed, do you like mustard?
Not really? Why?
That's lame. Mustard is bomb.
Just a period.
What? No, ketchup is bad. All right, so can you prove that the shield has molecular durability, that it like defends against attacks on the molecular level?
Like, I mean, the shield is made of willpower, so like, I
Can you
mean,
prove that willpower works on the molecular level?
let me see.
Tough crowd. Jeez, this is like quiet. Hey, Cool Geek, can you hear anything? I like the only one that's like fucking quiet. I'm pretty sure I'm cutting out. Who knows?
I can hear you.
So is it just them being quiet?
Yeah, I have push to talk, so I'm not talking. Okay, basically, Green Lantern holds Parallax Flash, and Parallax Flash is trying to get out. And even though he has phasing, which is like vibrating his molecules, he's still caught, meaning that he can defend against molecule attacks and won't just get like phased through.
Well, no, that's phasing. That's not an attack. I mean, if someone literally tries to like break the molecules, not just like wiggle through them. They can just be like ultra like dense to stop from being like vibrated through. That's not the same as being like eating your atoms.
I mean, does light even have? Hold on, let me look something up real quick. I'll answer
All
the
right.
question in a sec.
Bro, if I don't have chips at my house, I'm gonna be mad right now. I really want chips on my sandwich.
You put chips on a sandwich?
Wait, you don't?
No, because I'm a normal person.
What?
I put French fries
What?
in
You're a
my.
normie? That's lame, bro. Imagine being a normie.
Hey, Cool Geek, I put French fries in.
Of light.
Yes. I mean, it's literally just him like blocking with his willpower.
Okay,
So,
what do
like,
you think a construct is?
So like, hold on? Can you prove that his willpower has molecules?
Well, no, you said he makes a light construct.
Yeah.
Going
through
off
his
of that,
willpower.
what do you think a construct is?
No, through his willpower, so it's not inherent.
Okay, willpower is intangible.
It wouldn't inherently have molecules, but
Wait,
since
hold
it's
on.
willpower, since it's like basic, not like magic, but it's like advanced science. In a
Okay,
way.
but willpower on its own is intangible and can't block anything. If it's solely willpower, the truth-seeking orb just goes right through because it's intangible. Like,
Well,
GG.
that's not how willpower in DC works. You can, like, it can still be made of light, but still like tank attacks. As you can see, the willpower, the light is holding Flash. Light doesn't hold things.
I know, exactly. If you hold something, especially if it's science, right? If we're going off of science, light can't hold things, and neither can will. You have to use your will to turn light into a construct that can hold
No,
things.
that's
And to be a construct, you have to have molecules. And
I just
unless you want
argued
to
that.
backtrack, hold on, unless you want to backtrack, because you already said it's a construct. And by definition, a construct is made of matter.
I'll just argue that that's how willpower in DC works. That it can have no form, but still block attacks.
So you're going to backtrack from it being a construct?
No, that's literally it's called light construct. It's just not inherently. It just doesn't inherently have molecules since it's made of light.
But you said it's a construct.
All right. First, okay, hold on, cool geek. You're trying to appeal to reality and say, well, it's a construct, and constructs in the real world, right? They have molecules, right? But this is DC, where like people can punch people with their willpower,
You're
right?
the
Or
one who
like,
said it was based off of science.
I mean, it is still light, right? Like light isn't stated to work differently. But
Alright,
willpower
before you
does.
guys argue over this is still on recording. So, like,
Yeah.
after you guys are done debating, just go through the audio later.
That's fine.
So,
I mean, like, you do understand that willpower works differently than it does in the real world, right? I never said light worked differently. I said willpower did.
alright, just don't go ad infinitum with the ad nauseum. Just
Can you
simply
explain
continue on.
how the lantern ring drop scans for that and like explain the scan?
You want me to drop scans? You want me to drop scans on how the lantern wing works?
Yeah, because you made a few claims, right? You said it's advanced science, right? And that it's
I
a
said
con.
hold on. I said advanced science in the sense that like it's not normal. Like I was just trying to like like a placeholder word per se. Like I couldn't find the words, the correct word to describe it, so I just like said it was advanced science. Since magic is a completely different thing in DC.
Okay, because yeah, because I need something to like have a sort of reference, because if it's not magic, and you said it's advanced science, that's kind of something, and then like you're trying to because like advanced science is still science, but if you're saying that's not exactly it, I'll just like see what you mean from the scans you provide. Dang, bro, I'm gonna have to eat my sandwich without chips. What the heck? It's a normie sandwich, bro.
Alright, basically, if you scroll down, it explains the light conduit or like constructs, right? And basically says that they're pure light and energy, and
All right,
like
hold on.
willpower energy. So they wouldn't inherently have form. Like I looked, half of the definitions were just like a horse harness, which is hilarious. But the definition you're most likely referring to is to Produce
Okay,
energy,
so
yeah.
yeah, okay, I got the scan myself. So it says control and make use of natural resources, especially to produce energy, right? So if you're making use of like say like willpower and like light to say as a like a energy
Yeah.
source, you have to use that energy source to like make something, right? It says it harnesses, aka make use of willpower and light, right? So
It makes the
harness it to do
conduit,
what?
to create the
Make things, right?
to create the pseudo constructs. Yes, I believe what you're tripping up on is, since they're called like conduits or constructs, that you're saying the construct's inherently a form, right?
By
But
definition.
yeah, by definition in the real world, but inherently in DC, the Green Lantern constructs don't inherently a form,
Okay,
since
but
they're
if
made of
they're
light.
constructs, right, they can touch normal people, right? Normal people can touch them, right?
Mhm. Huh?
So, okay, so
Like,
if people can touch them, right, that means they're made out of something tangible, right?
but they
So,
don't have to inherently have molecules, considering it's just raw energy.
wait, what do you think a molecule is? Well, wait, hold up. It can't be raw energy if people touch it. You can't
I mean,
touch
it's stated to
energy.
be raw energy. Like that's the like I provided the source and it stated raw energy. And
It says it uses energy to make constructs, right? So if you're like using
no,
the
no, no.
willpower
It
and stuff,
says it's like made of raw energy and light.
wait, can you like screenshot the exact part that says it's made of raw energy and light?
Oh, give it
Also,
to you.
no, I want the actual like screenshot.
You don't believe what I say? Like you think I'm dishonest?
I don't know that you are, but like this is like I want it to be like verbatim.
Hold on. Okay. Do you want me to like ask people if I'm dishonest?
No, I just want it verbatim, right? You
Then
could
you're
like
saying you
quote
won't
it, but like
believe me.
quote it wrong.
Hold on. Fallen. Yeah. Nothing important here. Can you unmute for a second? Like I just want anyone like check the wiki to see if I'm lying when I state it, because I don't feel like
Dude, I
screenshotting.
never said you were lying. I just said I
No,
wanted
no, no.
a
I said if
verbatim.
I'm lying, so that it would be verbatim. Then I just have to read it. Since I would just prefer to read rather than screenshot it and then send it.
All right, sure, you can read it, I suppose.
I mean, like you can check after if you don't believe me.
All right.
Okay, so it basically says it uses raw energy provided by the power battery to create usually a bright light. This is the bright light of the willpower is being used. That's basically what it says. Like a right. So it's just being having energy provided to it and using said energy
Right, using that said energy to do what?
to create like the shields and all that. Since there's light, it doesn't inherently have form. Right?
So do the constructs take up space?
Do they take up space? I mean, they're just made
Yes.
of. I mean, I suppose light does take up space as well. So yes.
Okay, can the constructs be used to hit like damage people?
I believe.
So you'd agree they
No, they just be attacking the willpower of the other person.
can you provide scans for that?
Okay.
A bottom scan. Can you give me a better version of it? I cannot read that worth of crap.
Oh, yeah, hold on. You don't need to read it. You see the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically the willpower strike. That's not like a scan you need to read. It's just a scan showing that the willpower being is there. Oh no, La Flame, it's willpower. It's willpower. It's Green Lantern versus Jubito. If it was GL versus Flash, it would have won already.
All
Because
right.
Green Lantern's a Chad.
All right. I kind of want to read that though.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like it's just like showing it's there. That's all I use it for. Do you
All
want
right.
me to like provide a different scan of him being there?
Yeah, because what do you like? What does the light shark being there have to do anything?
It's the embodiment of willpower, as are the other beings.
Okay, wait. What do you think What do you think embodiment means?
No, like the concept of willpower in the verse. Is what I mean.
Oh, okay. All right, give me a sec. Wait, can you prove that?
It is what
Can you prove that that's like the concept of willpower in the verse?
I can look through my scans. Hold on.
All right.
Greed or something?
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So I'm just gonna say that they're not exactly they're fighting each other with the willpower, and since that's what powers their like ring. I don't know why you would say they're like wills are like directly clashing. But you said that they fight with light constructs,
No,
right?
no, no. The earlier scan. Both of them he fights like willpower beings, or like beings made of willpower. But go on.
Okay. All right. Well, the ones that are like made of willpower, well, one of them it directly states, where is it that the ring blasts aren't effective. Like, this one scan, like it legit says it's not doing anything, and like his like blast has like these shards of what look like like glass or something, but like it was whatever he shot at it, and then he's like getting pushed back. But so like anyway. So, but you're
So like,
saying he uses
what
like
I'm saying
light
is he's like
constructs, right?
affecting them. It's just not doing damage.
Um,
He's affecting the being, and Krona did get negged by Hal's willpower because he was too weak. His being was too weak.
yeah, his being was too weak because they're like fighting with like
willpower.
yeah, because like the rings are fueled by willpower
Yeah.
because you said that like 3 times already. But um, so you said they're fighting with light constructs like made of willpower, right? Like fueled by their
Yes.
will.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So I did some digging and I found out that light constructs are a real thing in real life, and they turn the light into like objects like crystals, and they're made of molecules, right? They're matter. Here, I can drop the
That's an
scans.
appeal to reality. I mean, he doesn't make crystals. Like they don't
Well,
turn
it doesn't
into
have to be inherently crystals, right? It's still a light construct, right? Like and
That's how
you'd have to prove, huh?
That's how they work in the real world. Like real world like constructs aren't based off of willpower. Unless you can
Okay,
like prove that.
hold on, wait. So no, because you said, right, that their willpower, right, lets them like harness light to make a construct. Um, so if they use their willpower to harness the light, that's just a method of harnessing light. It has nothing to do with like power source, right? They're just so advanced in technology, like you said before, that they're able to like amplify their willpower as an
Hold on,
energy source.
don't like state that I said that verbatim. I even backtracked on that claim and that I already said that it was like like a placeholder word and for what they really were so that you would understand better. Since you
No, I
keep
mean,
getting tripped up by this construct like statement.
well, no, not construct. I was saying how like when you said you were quoting the page, you said that they use their light as they use their willpower as an energy source to manipulate the light or something
No,
like
they're
that. I'm not
using
quoting
raw
verbatim.
energy. They're using raw energy, and it's powered by raw energy, and like they make raw energy constructs
Well,
made
that
of
sort
raw
of contradicts what you're
energy
saying
and
because
light.
even light in DC, right? Light, you cannot touch light in DC. Like, because Green Lantern used his thing to like grab Flash, like you showed in your scan. You can't do that with raw light in DC. It has to have some sort
I
of
mean,
form.
hold on, he just did do it, right? Like he just did it, so you can't
Well,
really say
no,
he can't do it.
I'm arguing that it's not a thing. It can't be raw light. You can argue it's light, but not raw light
Hold on,
because I can
okay.
provide scans.
Hold on. I feel like you're trying to argue that because like the flashes can't literally touch light, that the Green Lanterns would equate to this. The power sources light works differently for the Green Lantern Corps than it does for like the Flash family per
Why?
se because they have different power sources.
Okay, so you'd agree that it's not just raw light.
No, I mean there's no statement that it's not raw light.
Well, no, burden of proof is on you to say it is raw light, but no, I'm saying, right, because it was
No, I mean
directly
I
stated.
cited my source doesn't like state that it's not raw light. It literally says light.
Okay,
Like it doesn't
sure.
say like light, like light with form. It just says light.
Okay, also, one more thing. Why, I just realized, why are you using Versus Wiki? I mean, not Versus Wiki, but DC Comics Wiki.
Is there any reason why I cannot use them?
It's a wiki, like, anyone can just go on there and, like, change it.
Can you like prove that it's not reliable? Can you?
Wait. You're, like, trying to reverse burden of proof. You have to prove that it is credible.
I mean, is there anything to disprove that it wouldn't be credible?
Credible.
I mean, is there anything to disprove that it wouldn't be credible?
Why are you trying
from
to get
what?
me to prove a negative?
Hold on, no. Like nothing contradicts it, so it would be credible. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
Just
but
like
even if nothing contradicts it, if I make up my own like, website that says freaking like Naruto is to contradict it, but it wouldn't be credible because like why am I an authority on the matter? That's basically what I'm saying. Why is your like wiki the writer or something?
I mean, there's nothing. And your like analogy that the clones are made of light, like they poof into shadows and like into like dust and like wind and shadows and shit. So they wouldn't be made of light. And light doesn't work like it does in DC in Naruto, right? So
Hold on, I could like directly show you thing otherwise. Give me a sec.
like, do you want me to get another source or something? Like, I don't understand.
Hold on, I have something to directly contradict you. Hold up.
For Green Lantern, okay.
Yep.
No one's gonna ask you to judge, Laflame. It's fine. I don't think Cyber's been here the whole time. Fallen will probably judge. I could judge if he wanted to, I guess.
Yeah.
What, Laflame? What happened?
I was burp. But this is what I want to say. I want to tell Cyber, Darkseid is fodder. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. Flash blitzed him. Imagine that.
Well, the flame is even bigger fodder than Darkseid, so yeah, I'll agree with that.
Oof.
Nah, man. I'm in the real world. Darkseid isn't.
Galactus claps Darkseid, true
Imagine
form.
that. Imagine Galactus clapping Darkseid. It's gonna be me. What are you
It's
gonna
the-
use that one Marvel crossover? Ew.
I love those crossovers. They are the greatest thing ever. Shazam couldn't lift a building. He needed
Going
his
along with-
Shazam, but he needed to say Shazam to get out from some rubble, and he lost the Thor due to a technicality. It's hilarious.
Alright, look, you guys have been on this point for a while, so once Godspeed drops his evidence for the point, Cool Geek just give one more reply, but then after that, leave that point to the judges. Okay?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm looking for a scan of the map of the DC multiverse, which directly says that like light is like it doesn't have like mass or like it's not made of matter, right? And
You're trying to like argue that because of the speed. You mean the Speed Force wall?
well, sort of. It says that the light, like the speed of light, is only a limit to like matter, and
Hold on. You do realize that the Speed Force, I already stated that the Speed Force and the Power Rings are completely different, right?
yeah, no, listen. So I'm saying that because things with matter cannot reach the speed of like light, and the reasoning is because light doesn't have like it's not made of matter, right? That means that light in DC is pretty much like the same as matter. I mean, that is light in real life, especially so like yeah, and also like light in DC like normally, right? Like light goes like it doesn't behave like the Green Lantern's ring. No one in like DC like grab the light around them. Like that's
Because
not how it works.
But hold on. Okay.
Dr.
So
Light.
you're saying that. Hold on. You argue that since light doesn't like that like nothing with mass can reach light. Well, if the Green Lantern constructs had mass, then Flash would speed blitz Green Lantern every time, right? But he doesn't. They're actually extremely relative, so that would like directly refute your point there.
Well,
Since his constructs are like can actually like stop Flash in his tracks and things like that. Like they throw
Okay.
lines all the time.
Okay, I mean, let's see. Well, there's also the sort of fact that there's the one main difference between normal light in DC and like constructs, which is again, he can like Green Lantern can like body people with his constructs. You can't exactly like body people with normal light in DC. Cyber, don't say anything. So
Yeah, I already explained that Green Lantern.
he's
his
different, right?
The Power Rings are completely different from say
Why?
Speed Force or anything.
You both wanted the map, so I posted it.
Okay.
Right.
I
So,
don't
okay,
know.
well, how is it different? You have to prove why the light in the ring is different from like regular light, other than the rings like like it being matter, because like that's the only logical reason. If there's like something else, you'd have to prove that.
Well, you hold on. You already first of all, you already stated that things with matter cannot reach light, and Flash and Superman are like faster than light, and Green Lantern is relative to them. Right? So I don't understand why you're using this mass argument. And on top of that, the light that the Green Lanterns use is powered by like raw energy and willpower, which I've already stated.
Okay, how does that affect it? You haven't described to me how it's different, right?
Regular light isn't powered by willpower or
Okay, what does the willpower do? That's my point. What does willpower do to light? Why can people touch it?
I mean, that's most likely just how the rings work. Since they're powered by willpower, it's different from regular light. Like, I don't understand why you want me to explain it. You already
Because you
you already brought up that like
see like,
light
like
induces.
how
Hold on.
people can like touch it and it's not made of molecules. That's why the matter point. Matter is anything that takes up space and has
But hold on,
mass,
hold on,
right?
hold on. Cookie, chill out. Well, Flame, chill out. Keep going.
Matter is anything that takes up space and has mass, right? Even if it's say like made of some sort of weird like will-powered material, if it can like touch people, it's made of like molecules unless you can prove otherwise.
I mean, you're like just using your statement. You said that light, like nothing with mass can touch light, right? Like, can it even like get say that, right?
Well, no, you said because I asked you if like
No, hold on. Wait, what did you say then?
no, I think I might have agreed with you, but hold on. So you said that thing like the rings, right? They can like touch people and then no, you said it takes up space and then
As the
I
light,
said
yeah,
yeah, and then you said like as the light and I said I agreed with you, right?
yeah.
Um right. Now so let's see, where was I going with that?
Yeah, I don't know. But wait, did you or did you not say that like nothing with mass can like reach light or any or something like that?
Can like reach the speed of light, I think was, yeah.
Yeah, you said that. Okay.
In
Well, Green
DC.
Lantern can reach the speed of light and surpass the speed of light. So I don't know why
The speed of
his
light in real life or the speed of light in DC?
in this the speed of light in DC. Um, fought the Flash family and Superman various times, and they would all just be above the speed of light inherently. So I don't know, and his constructs. It's not like his constructs are slow. Like like Green Lantern flies faster than his freaking constructs. Like no, like his constructs are relative in speed to him, and they can actually do like stop the Flash or make him like move, break them or something.
Wait. So
If he's
alright,
far
so
stronger than that is.
okay, can you provide like scans that like Green Lantern would like move at like light speeds? Light in DC, not light in real life. We're not talking about
Yeah.
332 million miles per hour. We're not talking about like real life light speed.
What? Alright, so Kyle Rayner has like raced Flash and been equal to him, right? And Superman is, I mean, Green Lantern is Superman, and Green Lantern, Hal Jordan does scale above Kyle. If you even want to argue that, like Kyle literally couldn't handle the willpower of his ring because he was too weak. So, I mean, he would be, unless you want to argue that Superman and Flash aren't light speed, then like.
I mean, I could argue that, but I could also argue that that Green Lantern that was relative to the Flash, that was just like Flash holding back because Flash has like blatantly overpowered the ring in the past.
First of all, Green Lantern has beaten Flash before. If you're really trying to argue that, but like various times, but like okay, Flash even when holding back should still be like above light speed. Because I believe in DC, light speed is if you go like above light speed, you're able to travel through time. And Flash has traveled through time before in various seconds. And when he's racing people, he like he tries to go not close to his full speed, not fully to it, but like. And I would just argue Kyle Rayner is holding back as well
Why would Kal Rayner be holding back?
because all the Justice League hold back when they fight each other or race.
Okay, can you provide scans for that?
Okay, sure. I can just provide one for Flash doing it, sure. And that would just pertain to like the Justice League.
Well, no, I know why the Flash holds back, but can you provide scans for like the other Justice League members?
Okay, do you not believe that Superman holds back? Like unironically?
Not while racing the Flash.
Why not? Why not? Why would that not be true?
There's no proof for that.
Superman holds back on like everyone except for Darkseid.
Can you provide scans for that?
Okay, sure. Superman like catches Flash off guard one time, and when he literally could have punched him and like actually hurt him severely, when he tags him, he just flicks him on the nose because he doesn't actually want to like kill him or right. And Superman doesn't like to kill people, and if he ever went all out, he could like very easily. Like he would probably take Lex Luthor apart if he really wanted to.
Well, I mean, obviously, Lex Luthor's not Superman's level at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just so like following you. Nothing important here. You said that we would just move on, right?
Yeah, just move on with your point.
That's fine. Okay.
Remember, this is all on audio, so we can either just leave this for the comment section or either one I'm
I'll
fine
just
with.
argue is that Hal is just gonna like use. Hold on. Let me just send the scan of what he's gonna do to Jubito.
Alright, well, so you guys just want to like leave it there for now, then move on to Jubito?
Oh,
Well,
he already did Jubito. I'm doing Green Lantern now.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you guys want to keep going on? You want to
while win condition yet.
Yeah, so like just continue on, give a win condition, but don't go
Okay.
on ad nauseum. Because I've been pretty lenient with you guys for a while.
Yeah.
Since I have to like prepare for a debate with Cyber, and I'm trying to keep like my Wi-Fi going so I can actually listen to a debate. So
Okay.
uh
That's fine. Which win condition do you want to do first? The first scan or the second one? Cool Geek.
I don't know. Hold on. Okay, let's go with the first one because it's really vague. It keeps them comatose and invisible. What does that mean?
Okay.
Can you provide context?
Basically, Green. Hold on. My pet had to cough. I'm sick. But basically, Green Lantern's just gonna knock out, like, he uses hacks to knock out Jubito, and he's not gonna be able to wake up.
Okay, because in the scan, right after, like, everyone punches their person really hard and they're already knocked out, it keeps them knocked out. So,
Yeah, so
like,
he can put people in a state of comatose.
sure, but why doesn't he do that before they punch them? Why didn't he do that first if he can just, like, use it? Because to me, it looks like he can only use it once they're already unconscious. It just keeps them unconscious.
Because he likes to punch people, and he just wanted to make them invisible as well as keeping them comatose. And if you can keep someone asleep, you can put them asleep as well. Right.
Not
Because
necessarily.
because basically how this hacks would work is he would just like use whatever, like, I don't even know, like, basically whatever would put you to sleep, he would just like put that in his ring somehow. Like, I don't know how he does it. He's crazy. He's wild. But basically he like puts whatever puts people to sleep in his ring, and he would use it on characters so that they stay asleep. Right.
Wait, hold up. So, you said you don't know how it works. How am I supposed to attack your point if you don't know how it works to explain it to me?
No, no, not. I know how it works, but I'm just like saying that I don't know what he puts in his ring to put characters to sleep. Like Anastasia maybe, or something like that, or like an advanced version of that, since these are like aliens and shit.
Okay, because that's a weird sort of thing, right? You're saying you're gonna put my character to sleep,
Well,
but
not
you're
like
not
put them
saying,
to
like,
sleep, so like knock
how.
them out.
Okay, yeah,
Just
knock him out with, like, some sort of, like, hacks.
with just his willpower, yeah.
Okay,
With,
but, like, you're saying it's like you don't know, like, what it is, like,
I mean, he
how.
uses willpower in his attacks, so I'll
Sure,
just
but,
say
like,
he'll knock him out with willpower.
okay.
He'll just
Um,
outlast him, and he'll be done.
all right. I don't know how Godspeed is high tier. I don't know how he even got that role. I was gonna ask the mods, but yeah.
Because I'm
Anyway,
field mods too, but whatever. Continue.
all right. All right. So you're saying he's gonna, like, knock him out with
Yes,
his ring, with, like, light that's
with
fueled by
willpower, yeah.
willpower.
With his
So,
like hacks, yes.
okay. Yeah, but you already. So are you, like, double backtracking? Because before you said that that, like, he uses his willpower to make light constructs.
He can use his willpower to do anything he wants to, like with his imagination.
Okay, can you provide scans that he can make anything with his, like, imagination? And what constitutes anything? Like, that sounds like a no limits fallacy to me.
No, you're okay. Like, he can make shields, swords. He can use hacks. He can do all these things. Any hacks he's shown, he can like do with just his like mind. Hold on.
And also anything he's shown that doesn't really help, like, this specific scenario. Like, we already know that he can, like, knock people out. The question is, like, what does he manifest to knock them out?
Basically, if you read the scan, Superman says, "Dang, your ring is mad powerful. Why?" He's like, "It takes a little imagination," implying that he just uses his imagination to create what he needs for the situation. And just the hacks, just from what we've seen, he literally just shoots people with it, and it knocks them out instantly. Like I don't believe there's any in-depth explanation on how he does it. He just literally does. I don't know, but I guess because he's just a Chad.
Okay, what limits do you think it has?
Most likely scaling to his AP,
Okay, give me a
which
sec.
is like, I mean, it is equal hacks, right. So if it wasn't, I think it would be a one-shot because Green Lantern's not universal, but.
Okay, you said it. Okay, but he said it just takes a little imagination. So are you like backtracking on the willpower thing? Because just imagination is not willpower or light.
No, okay. He's saying he uses his imagination to create what packs a punch, not using his imagination to create the constructs. Well, technically, in the sense he does. Like he thinks of what he's gonna like make.
Okay, if he thinks of what he's gonna,
Basically,
that implies he's making a thing. What is this physical object?
well, no, it's not a physical object. He's thinking of what form. It's like okay, it has form, but it also doesn't have form, like a sort of duality, right? Like he thinks of what he's going to form, but the construct itself doesn't have any form.
It's both has a form and is formless.
I mean, how the powering works is well, basically, it's like formless in the sense that it's made of light, but if Hal wants it to, despite it still not having form, it can still touch you, just due to the power of the ring. That's
Can you
just how
provide scans for that?
that's how it's shown. Like he literally punches people with it, right? But it still doesn't have form because it's made of light.
Can you provide scans for that?
Scans of what?
Of it
Of his
somehow
punches?
like having form, but I already provide an example of how something could be like made of light and be like have a form. Like I'm that being a thing, so like prove that it's
That's
also
like
not a form.
yeah, that's already appeals. It's not how the DC
Okay,
powers work.
okay, prove that's not because I literally gave you an example. So can you like disprove my example? Because at this point, like I literally like have a explanation, and you don't have an explanation for your own character.
I do have an explanation. I already stated that.
Okay, where's your
Um,
scans for it?
well, I'll need scans to inherently provide evidence for something. If my claim is substantiated by the source I've already sent, then I don't inherently need a physical scan. You do understand that, right?
Um, I think I know what you're getting at, but
Okay, so you agree with me, right? Is that what you're saying?
no, but
But you just like said that you understand what
I said I
said.
get what you mean. Like I get what you're trying to like put in my head, but
Okay,
I don't have to agree with it.
you understand it, right? So you just like disagree, but you understand that why.
I understand your logic. Like I understand what you think. I just think like your reasoning, your logic is flawed. That's all.
Since my argument is already substantiated, I wouldn't inherently need to like appeal to your feelings. Like, do you understand that part?
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I don't
Okay.
debate with emotions. But let's not get derailed.
Okay. So like, do you like agree with the freaking unconscious point?
I mean, no, like how,
What
like
do you
you still haven't given me an explanation of exactly like how he's doing it, because you said he's making constructs that are not constructs. Sure, but like, how does this knockout construct that's not a
But it's not like
construct?
a construct. It's like a beam of like.
Okay, how does this knockout beam work?
I mean, from what in the scan, how it's explained is he literally just shoots the beam and they're unconscious. I don't think there's like a really intricate explanation on how this would work, how this hacks would work.
Okay, does it like mess with their nervous system to make them unconscious? Does it like mess with their like blood flow? Like, how does it work? Like, you can't give me any sort of explanation. Pew beam unconscious.
I mean, do I really have to? Like, what, do I have
I
to
mean,
explain?
if it's a hacks and I'm
Yeah,
giving
but I
you
mean,
whether my character has a resistance or not, like there are a bunch of different methods to put people to sleep. Whether or not my
willpower
character
beam.
has a resistance to this one depends on which one it is.
Do you want me to like explain just how it works? Like right now, just like a basic definition. He just uses
Sure.
a willpower beam and they're asleep. It's not like any explanation given. That's just how his hacks work. How has pulled out hacks that he's like that he's just thought of and just used it in battle? Like he's actually crazy. Do you want me to like show you a scan of how being crazy?
What do you mean by like crazy?
He
I don't
like
know if
just
that's
has
relevant.
hacks that have no explanation under the confines of his powers, and no one knows how he actually does it. Do you want an example?
Um, no, that sounds like it's just another like unexplained ability. Like I don't know why that would be at all relevant. It's just Hal being vague.
Not inherently. He's just like really weird. Like he just does things that don't like need light construct. Like he like becomes intangible or like becomes a ghost. He has like astral projection, which isn't a construct, right? Like he can just use hacks with his ring that are like embedded into it that he can use. That there's no inherent construct needed for.
Okay, but see, that's the thing. You give me a lot of like headcanon explanations, and I'm trying to get you to
Do
like
you want me to like
flesh
show
them out.
evidence of this? Do you want me to show evidence?
Um, yeah, not just like him pulling some like random thing out his butt, but like some sort of like I need to like quantify. I don't feel like it's the right word, but like it needs to be explained so that I can debunk it. I can't explain something I have no information about. It's like any hacks ever. It's like, yeah, this hacks can kill people, and it's like, okay, how? Like, come on, dude.
To be fair, it is there is death hacks that does that, where they just like people will touch or like people will touch someone and they'll die.
Yeah, but Tsukuyomi from Naruto's like a mind hacks, and then you could like put your enemy under it, and then like it kills them. But and like it's not death hacks; it's a mind hack specifically. So you have to explain how your hacks kills people. I can say, yeah, the multi-shadow clone jutsu, it kills people, but how? It kills people by making however many clones to like jump the person. There are like pretty much all hacks can like kill people. Fate hacks can kill people. How? By manipulating their fate. Like you have to be like specific. You can't just be ultra vague.
Did someone just say Naya Hanjo?
But I think you get the picture, right, Godspeed? You can't just say this hack puts
In a
people to
sense.
sleep. So can like genjutsu, fate hacks, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Heck,
look, you
even
guys have been debating for like an hour now. You want to go to a conclusion soon to
all
like
right, sure.
avoid like ad nauseum because it's a bit nuts by now.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever Godspeed wants at this point.
It'll be best to conclude because if you keep going, you're just going to go on ad nauseum. And I wasn't here the entire time to keep the debate like on track because for like a couple seconds my internet would disconnect. So I would rather not deal with 2 hours with ad nauseum. So
Why do all Cool Geeks debates always go for like more than an hour? It's so weird.
it's not even that. It's just this debate is so small. It just doesn't need to go on for much longer than maybe 30 more minutes. Maybe
Nah,
that.
but oh yeah, but I'll just make this last point, then we can go to conclusions. That's fine. Alright, basically, as you can see in the scan, Hal turns into a ghost. Like, and this doesn't need any inherent construct. It's just something that the ring can do on its own, right? It has a hack. It has hacks like embedded into it. The rings can also use mind hacks, right? And there's no construct that uses mind hacks for them. It just has mind hacks. You do understand that, right, Cool Geek?
Well, I can argue that even in real life, there are like machines you can make that, like can wipe people's memories. But
No, but there's no
let me
like
read the scan.
machine or construct there. They just shoot a beam and it does it, or like they'll just like turn on their they'll make their ring shine and then it does the hack.
All right, let me read this scan real quick. I mean, astral feat. It's like directly a soul feat. Like,
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't use a construct to have an astral form.
I mean, sure, you can argue that, but that's a different sort of thing. Even if you argue that like he like made himself a ghost and we don't know how, I mean that's a lot less vague than I'm gonna knock you out with a weird beam thing. Like, what is the beam? Is it like, because he used like an astral technique. Like, we see this glow go around his body and then it separates his body from his soul. Because I can even argue that that weird like glowy thing around his body is the construct. Like that thing's body there, or after he, but
I mean, the glow isn't really like taking any like inherent form, so it wouldn't be. It would just be like when Green Lanterns they just like start glowing whenever they like are using power. Like in the, as you can see in the mind hack scan, he's not doing anything, but he's just glowing, right? Well, the other guy is using the Green Lantern rings to mind hacks,
yeah.
so there's no construct being made. He's just
Well, I can argue since he was being like mind hacked by the rings are making that construct around him that's controlling his mind. But
there's no. As you can see, he's literally holding the ring to his face, and then he's just getting mind hacked. Like he's not really doing anything. Or making a construct. The rings are just glowing.
okay, I'm not gonna repeat what I just said. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna argue that that point is just like way too vague, because of what I already said.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, it's just how it works. But we can go to conclusions. Cookie, you can start.
All right, so I think I won because Godspeed wasn't able to like prove how like his construct is like formed and like formless. It's really weird. He wasn't able to like quantify his like offenses either. It was really weird. So yeah, Jubito would just like truth seeking or molest.
Alright, basically, I'll just. I think I won because I already countered the true seeking orb point with the shield, and that I don't need an inherent explanation on how on if there's a construct that helps with my hacks, since that's like consistently shown on how uses a lot of his hacks. His ring starts glowing and he does whatever he needs to. Like I provided multiple scans of him doing this. So how's just gonna one shot Jubito? He also provided no resistances.
Okay, so is that a conclusion, Godspeed, or do you still keep going?
Yeah, that's my conclusion. That's fine.
Okay, so alright, so on the first part of the debate, which that was like the first thing I kind of noted. Yes, you did make your point based off science. I did hear you say that. Cool Geek pointed it out. You guys argued about it for a while, but then after that, you continued on with the debate. Hold on, I'm talking. Uh, Now, so for that part, I would give it to Cool Geek based off the whole construct thing, and I do think you prove that that was a bit of a vague non-argument, and that you couldn't really provide evidence for that. That's for the first part, right? For the second part of the debate, moving on to Jubito, I do think that Cool Geek made a convincing enough argument, though this would come from me not really being well read on DC. So if I were to hear a good enough argument about this point in the future, I may change it. But for now, I will also give the win con Cool Geek for Jubito.
What?
And finally, for the last part of the debate, which I do believe this is where Cool Geek kind of shined more. I do think that you were very vague with what you were saying. You made a few non-arguments and gave a few non-answers, and you were basically under the burden of proof for a very long time, enough to the point that I'm convinced Cool Geek has won this debate.
Wait, when was
Now, of
I
course,
under
I could
burden of
change my
proof?
judgment in the future, but this is what it is for now. So.
Fallen, when was I under burden of proof? Can you explain that?
Well, you made a few non-arguments about the whole light thing, about the whole win con, about the whole
I didn't use,
hypnotic thing, and
no, I didn't use hypnosis.
like the whole knock you out thing. That's what you said. So.
Yeah, what do you?
Like, you gave a few non-answers to what Cool Geek was asking. Either you really didn't know how to counter it, or you just didn't really, what am I thinking of? You didn't really understand what he was asking you at the time. So, I'm
Alright,
referring to
you
your win.
explained how the
You?
hacks worked. And, he agreed with me multiple times.
Yeah, I heard him agree with you for a couple parts, but I couldn't really contest him very well when he was questioning a few of your statements, of course. So.
Like,
Uh, Either way, I'll go over the audio again once Cool Geek uploads the debate, and if I notice something different than what I'm saying now, I'll change my judgment and drop it as a pinned comment. I'll have Cool Geek drop it as a pinned comment. So
sure.
don't worry about it for now.
Yeah. Did anyone else want to judge or?
Yeah, because I would be
just-
honest, it was very difficult for me to hear because I had my fan on and my internet was a little bit off, so I could very well be wrong about what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, okay.
but the
Anyone else?
It's just with the opening point about the shield. The problem is you have to argue that the shield can basically that it can withstand being destroyed on a molecular level. You never shown that. You haven't shown what it's capable of enduring.
No, I
Not
said
blinking or anything
molecules
else. You
wouldn't
just
be
said
affected.
it can basically.
Hold on, no. What I said was it didn't have any molecules. Remember, I said the molecular argument wouldn't mean anything.
You'd have to prove it doesn't. You can say it
wouldn't have
doesn't,
any.
but
It wouldn't
without an
affect
actual proof,
molecules that aren't there.
that's the problem there.
Look, Godspeed, you can't interrupt him. He's finishing.
No, I heard you. I heard him. What he said. I was just saying that he can't can't talk. I was just saying that he can't affect molecules that aren't there.
Let me compare this to it's like me saying this piece of paper can block bullets. It could actually block bullets, but I don't provide evidence that it can, and you think it's just a normal piece of paper. That's basically.
So wait, is the molecule argument the bullets?
Yes, and the paper is the shield. However, No, everyone else thinks it's a regular piece of paper, and I can't prove it's more than what it is with feet or anything for scaling.